Hello, fellow aficionados. Have you ever wondered how your perception shapes your reality? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy yet one that remains strikingly relevant in our modern times, teaches us just that. Let's delve into the first Stoic decision, the power of perception. Perception, as taught by the Stoics, is not merely about what we see. It's about how we interpret what we see. It's about the stories we tell ourselves, the meanings we attach, the judgments we pass. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." Our perception, therefore, becomes our reality. It's like wearing a pair of glasses. The lenses we choose to look through can color our world with hope or despair, joy or sorrow, peace or chaos. So the question we must ask ourselves is not what we see, but how we choose to see it. Remember, you have the power to choose how you perceive every situation. Ever caught yourself worrying about things out of your control? This leads us to our second Stoic decision, the division between what we can control and what we should concern ourselves with. Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on what we can control and dismiss worries about uncontrollable circumstances. Imagine two circles. One represents things you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your reactions. The other represents things you should concern yourself with. The Stoic wisdom lies in making these two circles overlap as much as possible. Why waste energy fretting over the weather, the traffic, or the opinions of others? You can't control them. Instead, direct your energy towards your reactions to these uncontrollable circumstances. Can you stay calm in a storm, patient in a traffic jam, or composed under criticism? This is the essence of Stoic decision number 2. Discern between control and concern, and your life will simplify. Can you accept the things you cannot change? Now let's delve into the third Stoic decision, acceptance. This is a concept that is often misunderstood. Acceptance doesn't mean waving a white flag of surrender or resigning to a life of unfulfilled dreams. Quite the contrary. Acceptance is about acknowledging the reality of your situation. It's about recognizing the parameters within which you are operating and understanding the constraints and opportunities they present. It's about learning to dance in the rain rather than waiting for the storm to pass. When you accept the things you cannot change, you free up energy and resources to focus on those you can. You stop wrestling with life and start working with it, using the current to carry you forward rather than fighting against it. So remember, acceptance is not about giving up. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and navigating the reality of your situation. Acceptance is the first step towards meaningful change. Are you tied down by your possessions? Ponder this as we delve into the fourth Stoic decision, detachment. A Stoic is not chained by the weight of material possessions. Instead, they liberate themselves, valuing freedom over the fleeting satisfaction of owning things. This isn't about renouncing everything and living a Spartan life. Rather, it's about understanding the transient nature of objects and not letting them control your happiness. Imagine the sense of relief, the unburdening, as you let go of the need to accumulate. The energy spent in pursuit of the material can be redirected towards more fulfilling endeavors. Stoics advocate for a life rich in experiences, not in possessions. They urge us to invest in relationships, in knowledge, in self-improvement. This is the essence of detachment. It's a shift in focus from the external to the internal, from the material to the meaningful. So ask yourself again, are you tied down by your possessions? Detach from the material and attach to the meaningful. Are you living in the past, the future, or the present? Often we find ourselves dwelling on the missteps of the past, or daydreaming of a future yet to come. However, the Stoic philosophy urges us to embrace the present moment. And why is that? Because the present is all we truly have. It's the only moment we can touch, feel, and influence. Now consider this. The past is but a memory, and the future a mere projection of the mind. Neither truly exists. What exists instead is this moment, right here, right now. It's in this moment that we live, breathe, and make decisions that shape our lives. Stoics value the present moment, seeing it as the arena where life happens. It's a canvas waiting to be painted with our actions. It's a stage where we perform the play of life. It's a gift offering us the chance to experience life as it unfolds. The present moment is a gift. Cherish it. What do you value most in life? A profound question, isn't it? Now let's dive into the sixth Stoic decision, valuing virtue above all else. You see, Stoics hold virtue in the highest regard. They believe that living a virtuous life, a life of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, is the path to genuine happiness. Imagine for a moment a life where your actions and thoughts align perfectly with your deepest values. That's a life of virtue. It's not about material wealth or superficial success. It's about being the best person you can be every single day. This may seem like a lofty goal, but remember, Stoicism is not about perfection. It's about striving every day to live according to your values. It's about understanding that the only true wealth is a virtuous character. In the grand theater of life, Stoics believe that virtue is the only part we truly control. Virtue is the highest good. Are you enjoying this journey through the Stoic principles? If so, I'd like to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to our channel. You see, we're passionate about sharing the wisdom of Stoicism, and we have a lot more content just like this waiting for you. By subscribing, you become part of our community, a place where we learn and grow together. So if you're finding value in this video, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps us continue creating content that helps you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. And don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We're just getting started on this journey. So if you're ready to dive deeper into the world of Stoicism, click that subscribe button and join us. Now let's continue our journey. How do you handle adversity? That's a question each of us has faced at some point in our lives. But when we look at it through the lens of Stoicism, the answer takes on a different hue. You see, the seventh Stoic decision is about developing resilience. It's about taking the punches life throws at us and getting back up, stronger than before. To the Stoic, adversity isn't a setback. Instead, it's an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn and to evolve. They understand that life is a crucible, and it's in this crucible that our character is tested and forged. So when the winds of adversity blow, they don't cower. They stand strong, they adapt, they grow, they develop resilience. The Stoics teach us that it's not about avoiding the storm, but learning to dance in the rain. And that, my friends, is the power of resilience. Adversity is not to be feared, but embraced. Are you a lifelong learner? This is the question at the heart of our eighth Stoic decision, the pursuit of wisdom. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being perpetual students of life. In the grand classroom of existence, each day brings a new lesson. Every experience, whether it's a victory or a defeat, is a chance to learn, to grow, to become wiser. The Stoics cherished wisdom because they understood that knowledge is not static. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving entity. They knew that the real power lies not in knowing everything, but in recognizing that there's always more to learn. It's about being humble in the face of the vast universe of knowledge and being hungry to explore it. It's about understanding that wisdom isn't just about knowledge, but also about the application of that knowledge in our lives. Stoicism encourages us to be seekers, explorers in the quest for wisdom. Wisdom is the compass that guides us through life. Do you feel responsible for others? The ninth Stoic decision invites us to ponder this very question. Stoicism teaches us that we are not isolated entities, but rather parts of a larger, interconnected web of life. Just as the waves of the ocean are part of the sea, we too are part of a larger global community. This community is not confined to our family, friends, or those who live in our neighborhood. It extends beyond borders, encompassing all of humanity and indeed all life on Earth. Stoics emphasize a sense of responsibility towards this community. They advocate for the well-being of all, understanding that our actions have ripple effects, impacting others in ways we may never fully comprehend. This sense of responsibility engenders empathy, compassion, and a drive to contribute positively to the world. It's about realizing that every decision we make, every action we take, reverberates throughout this interconnected web. We are all part of the same whole. What does tranquility mean to you? To a Stoic, tranquility isn't just a state of calm or quiet, it's an active decision. It's a commitment to maintaining a sense of inner peace no matter the storm that rages outside. Picture a serene lake, undisturbed by the howling wind around it. That's the tranquility a Stoic seeks. In the pursuit of tranquility, Stoics make a conscious choice to not be swayed by external circumstances. They understand that the world will always be in flux, and they can't control everything that happens to them. What they can control, however, is how they react to it. They can choose not to let fear, anger, or anxiety take hold. Instead, they cultivate a state of calmness and composure, a haven within themselves that no external circumstance can disturb. And so, we come to the realization that tranquility is not a destination, but a way of life. And so, we've journeyed through the 10 Stoic decisions. Each of these decisions, in its own way, shapes our life. They guide us through the tumultuous waves of existence, offering us a beacon of light in the darkest of storms. They teach us to find peace within ourselves, to see the world through a lens of understanding and compassion. But remember, these decisions are not just philosophical concepts to be pondered upon. They are practical tools to be used, decisions to be made every day. They are the stepping stones on your path to a fulfilling life. So as we conclude this journey, I encourage you to carry these decisions with you. Apply them in your daily life. Practice them until they become second nature. Because the journey to a Stoic life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It doesn't begin with a leap, but with a single step. And that step begins with a decision. Your decision. So make that decision today. Embrace the Stoic's path.